This is how you put two pinch pots together to make a ball shape. First, you have to make two pinch pots and watch the pinch pot video, but you want them to be about the same size and the same diameter around. Okay, circumference around, but diameter across. Because if they're not, it's going to make it harder. So I have two pieces of clay. I started off, they were about the same size ball. I made two pinch pots. Then I'm going to take some newspaper. Now you could let your clay stiffen up a bit and skip this step, but we don't have that kind of time in our classroom. So I take bits of newspaper and I put it inside. That's going to make sure it doesn't fall apart. I'm going to use my trusty toothbrush and my slip, and I'm going to slip and score the edges on both seams. This kind of puts little grooves in it, and it applies slip all at once. So get them nice and good. And then I'm going to take my two balls that I just made, my two pinch pots, and I'm going to put it together. But if I leave it like this, it's going to collapse. So I'm going to use my finger, and I'm very gently, I'm going to start getting rid of that seam that shows up, which means get rid of that line. If you notice that your clay is a little bit hard to use, you could try this with a sponge, but I think your finger is the best tool. So, two pinch pots, rub it away. If you notice it's starting to get deflated, maybe you need to let it sit out for a minute so it gets a little stiffer, or you can put some more newspaper inside. So you're using your finger, rubbing out the whole line away around the whole thing. And what I like to do is kind of just smooth it a little bit more. That line is now a weak spot, so that's why we want to get rid of it. Okay, but if I put this into my kiln, which is my big oven, as it is, there is a gigantic air bubble trapped inside, and that is not a good thing. So we don't want a gigantic air bubble stuck inside this beautiful ball that we just made. So whichever is considered the bottom, and it depends what you're turning it into, whatever is the bottom, use one of these tools. I'm going to pretend this is my bottom. I'm going to take it and I'm going to insert it all the way through till I hit the newspaper. 1, 2, 3. Now if you're cutting out a piece of clay for eyes or a mouth or anything, you don't need to do this. This is if you are leaving it solid for some reason. So you just want to make sure you puncture some holes so that the air inside, when it heats up and becomes a gas, even more, it has a place to escape. And that, my friends, is how you turn two pinch pots into a ball shape for you to use to make something on your own.